Switching from FK to IK and vice versa is not a problem. The problem is that when you have, let's say, different actions where one of the action is having your arms or one of the limbs in IK and the other action is having it in FK, when we blend it in the NLA, it apparently just ignores the first one and the second one becomes the default. So good evening, welcome back to In the Khud. This is 6th May 2023, 7:10 p.m. and I just have two very simple things to document because it's 7:10 already and I'm getting late as always. Even though today was a holiday, it was a more relaxed day. This is a simple walk cycle for HANA. What I'm going to do here is inside here I'm going to come in and this is at 0, that means this is in IK right now, okay? So for a HANA's walk cycle, actually for walk cycle you want it to be in FK. So what we'll have to do is, you see it is at exactly where it should be, but because I did it into another action, that became, so if I just snap this, no, I don't want this to happen, I want this to happen. The entire FK movement is not happening on the arms, and then here is when it happens. Now to remedy this, of course, from hold we could make it nothing and replace could be combine. And for this as well, we could go from hold to nothing and replace to combine, and we could add some blend in. But you see, none of this is fixing the fact that initially in this action our arms were in FK. So you see what is happening here with this action, the FK is actually happening, it's moving if you see very closely. So how do I show it? Let me just switch off IK and torso and face and the legs, right? So in this action here, even from the front, you see that the arms are moving in FK, but it's just not happening like it should. So that I think we could do it this way, like I come in here, I keep auto keying on, I say IK to FK, this button. For this I say IK to FK, this button. And IK, I'm gonna give here a keyframe to this, and this actually lies on the IK controls, this keyframe. So here the parent, I'm gonna make this constant over here. Yeah, so this is where I am, like I have to figure out how this, in the beginning it's working fine, but over here, see, I think the real problem with the character rig and everything and working with the keyframes is like there are so many keyframes. Now here there is this weird thing where it's going to its original position and then coming back, so it needs to avoid that from happening. And I think yes, we can figure out a way of clubbing FK and IK through the NLA. Just a little more research has to be done. The second thing that I figured out today is my website. So that was a long overdue project that we had to do. I'm going to show you how it is looking right now. I'm just going to refresh it. And one thing that I want to point out is, over the years, the way my website has evolved is a direct representation of how my design aesthetics have gotten better. I mean, I assume it has gotten better, but currently this is how it is. It starts off with very simple, like there is a lot of font consistency in here. So there's only pop-ins, I think semi-bold and pop-in medium and regular. I think this is regular and semi-bold, that's regular, medium, two of them, and that's all there is. Like here at the bottom you have these three links and nothing else, and then download, this is a work in progress. But the entire theme here is something I've taken directly from YouTube. So the YouTube color I've put in here because it looks very nice, good. And here these playlists have to update, but it usually takes some time for that updation to happen. I added a few more videos here that I've done, and you see how neat and how clean this entire interface is looking. So I'm really a fan of this. And for the daily vlog for In the Khud, the only thing is it takes a long time for me to go from here to here, like that speed is lacking. Even though there is no video that the website has to load, it just has to load a bunch of playlists, which should be easier to load, but I don't know why. I've added an icon car here just for trademark. So yeah, I'll probably make a full-fledged video at some point where I go about explaining how the different versions of my website have evolved. I have a screen recording for them. With that said, that is it for today's documentation. Okay. continue working on the NLA and the action and everything and try figuring out basic things, because I could just make one action and have a continuous movement of the entire thing happening in that, but that's a very destructive workflow. I want to have every single thing like a work cycle into an NLA strip, so that at any point I can morph between one to the other and have as modular a workflow as possible. So that's something that I'm trying to work towards. Let's see how the progress goes as we move forward. So thanks so much for being in the khud. I will catch you tomorrow. Peace.